All right, welcome back to Turbo Garage. So today we're going to carry on with the 2013 Ford Escape. And last video we got the transmission installed, we got the interior completely taken apart, cleaned everything, put it all back together. Transmission's working perfectly, but as you remember, there is a problem with the four-wheel drive system, and I suspect it is one of the wheel sensors. So I've got not one, not two, not three, but all four wheel sensors here that I'm going to put in. And the reason I'm not getting it checked to find out if it is a wheel sensor is to take it to a shop and get that done is going to cost about $150 for them to do a scan and check this. It cost me like 60 bucks to get all four wheel sensors, so it's just easier for me to just change these things. I strongly suspect it's going to be the, which one was it? It was the passenger side front wheel. That one was really tough to get out. I think I may have damaged that in doing was removing the axle. So yeah, today we're going to throw in these four sensors and see if that solves my problem. Let's get to it. Okay, I got this thing up on jack stands, the front and the rear tire removed. Let's have a look where these are located. And it is right there. That is the wheel sensor right there on the rear. And on the front, let's have a look. And it is right there. Very easy to get to. So all you do is unclip that. There's one screw and you should be able to pull the wheel sensor out. Sometimes they're a bit tight to get out. They can be full of crap in the hole there, holding them in, rust and stuff, but let's see what we can get to. Okay, got the little plug removed. Now, in down here, there's a lot of muck and stuff there. You can just see the screw right there. The hole is full of stuff. So what you need to do is get a pick and an air gun and blow out that Torx. I think it's a T20. I'm not sure, I'll double check that, but you got to get that all cleaned out so you can remove that one screw and then the sensor will come out. There, I just gave that little blast. Now you can see it quite easily. Let's pop this thing out. All right, there's the sensor, popped it out. It was actually really hard to get, well, you'd never pull it out. What I did with it, hang on, with it sitting in that way, I actually had to go in from the side with a screwdriver, get under it, and pry it up. That's the only way I could get it out. So once it was out, I took a little wire wheel and cleaned out that hole. And now I'll just pop the new sensor in. So there you go, new sensors installed. Let's move on to the front one. All right, this front sensor is a little tighter to get into. See if I can get this where you can see it better. Yeah, anyway, that's the sensor there. All I did was get underneath this part of it and pried it up. It came out pretty easy. But as you see, there it is there. Clean up inside there and put the new one in. All right, got the wheel sensors all in, started the vehicle, rolled it back and forth. The key thing is right now, the mileage showed up again and the distance to E is there. So let me just go through my menu here because it was, yeah, all these trip odometers, none of them were working. All the numbers were dotted out and now they're all there. So the only problem is I still do have an ABS light on. I'm hoping that will go away once I start driving it, but hey, that's a great first sign. Okay, still having a problem with this thing. The four-wheel drive, the intelligent four-wheel drive will not disengage when I turn the wheel around a corner and kind of take a sharp, like a parking lot maneuver. The inside rear wheel will start to spin as if it's locked in four-wheel drive, and then it goes into a, four-wheel drive temporarily disabled. So let me just flip the camera here. It's not on now because I started it and restarted it, but yeah, it's still having some issues. And also sometimes when I start it, the RPM decides to sputter and almost stall, but not quite stall. Maybe if I put it in gear and see what it does. It's pretty low, the RPM. But anyway, it's not solved. Okay, it's been a couple days and I've ordered one of these, the OBD Link MX Plus. Now I went online and read about this thing and it sounds like this will get right into the computer and I can read a lot of stuff.
I actually already tried this, and it doesn't allow you to interactive. It's basically a read-only device, but it does go deep into the computer to tell you what's going on. So, and reset codes. So I'm gonna plug this in, I'll link it to my iPad and see what I can come up with these wheel sensors. All right, this is connected. There we go. Anti-locking brake system. And as you can see, I've got all 4 wheel sensors here. So I'm gonna start the car. Okay, let's take this thing down the driveway, see what happens. Oh yeah. No, it looks like it's the left rear wheel sensor is very laggy. Let's back it up here. Oh, they're all working together going backwards. No, that wheel sensor, that left rear wheel sensor seems to have issues. Let's go forward a bit faster here. Yeah, it's laggy. It doesn't seem to work like the other ones. So I'm gonna pop off that left rear wheel and see if I don't have it seated down all the way. So, very happy to report, the wheel sensor on the left rear, it wasn't sitting quite flat inside the little pocket that it needs to sit in. And they're cheap sensors. They were like, you know, some Chinese knockoff. And they didn't fit down on the bore quite properly. So what I did was just take a file and just filed around the outside of it so that it would fit nicely in the hole. Took it for a drive. No lights, no issues, no traction control. It's working perfect. So with that said, this vehicle is done.
All right, so that's going to do it for this video, this series on the Ford Escape. It's been a long journey, but finally I got that thing to the point where it is running perfect and ready to ensure my better half can drive that around and save some gas, because she normally drives her Mustang and this thing's not so good on gas. It's a lot of fun, but it's not that great on gas. So right now, gas is expensive where we live. So yeah, this OBD Link MX Plus, it did work for me. It doesn't have the interactive ability, like where you can control, like say, cycle your ABS if you had to bleed your ABS system. It doesn't have that ability. So, but for getting into the computer and actually reading the codes deep inside, it did work for me. So yeah, truck's working perfect. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching this series. Appreciate it. Thoughts and comments down below. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have yourself a great day.